too good for him. Come on, he doesn't deserve you. Have you ever said this to anyone? Well, then you need to watch out, because this is one of those very offensive phrases which you might think is absolutely okay, but when you say it to someone on their face, they might get really hurt. And you must be thinking, why is that so? Why would anyone get hurt with this phrase, "you were too good for him"? What's wrong with it? Do you want to know what's wrong with it? Then you need to watch this session ahead. You're watching me on Skillopedia, the place to learn skills for the real world. My name is Michelle, and today I have brought for you some phrases that smart people never say. So let's start with the first one. You were too good for him. When do we use this phrase? We usually use this with a girl who has recently broken up with her boyfriend, or a guy who's recently broken up with his girlfriend. So it may seem as a great phrase to console someone and tell them that you were way too good and that person doesn't deserve you. But what you're actually doing here is you're telling that person your taste is too bad and you can't see the real side of people. Or maybe you're trying to tell someone what a guy you chose and wasted so much time on him. So while you might be actually trying to help someone and encourage someone, you would actually be insulting them. So if you don't want to make the person listening to you feel worse about themselves, then you should tell them, "He's lost a lot," or "She's lost a lot." This is much more considerate and seriously consoling in nature, and it makes the person feel that they are too precious to lose. So use the alternative phrase instead of saying, "You are too good for him." You look great for your age. While this may seem like a very good compliment and a good way to impress somebody, but what you really mean is, compared to other people older than you or of your age, you look kind of okay. That's what you're really trying to say. So if you've heard someone use this phrase and you thought you can also use this, then you need to kick this phrase right now, because it does not leave a good impact on the listener. And if you actually want to compliment someone, then instead of being so sarcastic, you could say, "Wow, you look stunning." This is a genuine and a real compliment and does not include any sort of comparisons. So yes, please don't use "you look great for your age," because that can sound offensive to people. I keep trying, but all in vain. Only a 10-year-old child can say this because they don't know how to do something. But an adult cannot really say this, that you're trying and trying, but your efforts are going waste. This means that there are two possibilities. First, you've got the wrong tactics, or your aims are too high. So now you know what the problem is and you need to correct it for yourself. And the same way, you need to use the correct statement to describe your problem to your supervisor. Instead of saying, "I'm trying but it's going in vain," you could say, "I'm trying as hard as I can." This shows that you're seriously trying something and you need the aims to be changed, or you need to be explained how you need to do the task. So don't put more efforts in vain by saying, "I keep trying but all in vain." I did it all by myself. Well, this is an extremely selfish statement, and you are trying to take all your credit for all your achievements, which is not at all correct. Because surely your parents, your friends, and your boss have contributed enough to your success. And it would be wrong to say, "I did it all by myself," especially if you're asked to describe one of your achievements in an interview. So if you need to describe an achievement, especially in an interview, you might not want to use this phrase. And it's better to replace it with something like this: "I have come so far thanks to all my parents and all those I love." You could also use this phrase in a public speech. It's not fair. Well, we all know that a lot of things around us are not fair, and life itself is not fair. But you have to deal with it, right? You can't just keep complaining. And especially if you're at your workplace, it's ethically not correct to say it's not fair, because you sound so much like a crybaby when you say that. And this would affect your overall personality at work, and you would come out more as a person who complains about little things like a child. So get rid of this phrase and replace it with something more appropriate. For instance, if your boss made an unfair decision, you could politely ask, "What led to this decision? May I ask why it wasn't me that you chose?" So kick the phrase "life isn't fair" and use this phrase. Maybe what I'm about to say is stupid, but, well, this is a very stupid way to talk about anything. Please don't start your conversation with this phrase. These words are the worst way to start talking about a matter, especially about an important matter if you're at work, because it immediately makes someone feel that you're not confident about what you're saying and you're just blabbering or speaking for the sake of speaking. So if you don't want to come out as stupid, then come out as smart, and you could rather use the phrase, "I'm not entirely sure of this, and I would like to hear your opinions." So use this phrase instead of the first option. "I told you so." This is almost like saying, "I already told you that this won't work, but you still did it." So if you want to blame someone, you use this phrase, because this phrase only points at someone's mistakes and is surely not forgiving and encouraging in nature. So I'm sure no one likes to hear "I told you so." So be smart, and instead of that, you should say, "You won't make the same mistake in the future." This is sure to encourage the listener and to show them that you're giving them another opportunity to not repeat their mistake. I had the same situation too. It's surely okay to say this if your friend has just returned a pair of shoes to the store because they didn't fit. And you may have had the same situation too. But if they share a personal issue with you, like a financial problem that they're going through or a family problem that they're going through, please don't say, "I had the same situation too," because they want to tell you what's happening to them and they're not interested in hearing what happened with you. And your situation may not be as hard as theirs. So it's better to say, "Many people have been through this. I'm sure you'll cope with it." You're making a problem out of nothing. This phrase is hugely discouraging. You may not say this because you can't measure someone's problem. It might seem small to you, but it may be causing them huge stress. So isn't it better to say, "Soon this trouble won't be so bad as it seems now. You'll be fine." So try to use this phrase more, and you will definitely come out as smarter. "You don't love me." This seems great to say, especially after a fight with your spouse. And you might want to say, "You don't love me at all." But do you know this phrase can backfire at you? What I mean is, hearing these words for the first time, your partner will do everything to hear "you love me so much" second time. But when you say "you don't love me" again, they'll ignore them. And trust me, third time, they'll start to wonder if you're right. So if you don't want them to start wondering whether you love them or not, it would be better to say "I miss you" instead of saying "you don't love me." So you're a smart person, and that's why you should not use these phrases. And instead, you should use these alternative phrases that I've shared with you in this session to sound smarter and to not hurt the people who are listening to you. So use these phrases and let me know if they worked for you in the comments. Thank you for watching this session with me on Skillopedia, the place to learn skills for the real world. I'm gonna see you guys very soon. Bye-bye.